Hey guys, it's Algernon.
And it's me, Nonah.
And welcome to our talk show. So, today, on episode 17, we're going to talk about how to control our emotions and what happens when boundaries are crossed.
That's right. So if you guys want to stick around and check out this video, please feel free to keep on watching. All right, so Alge's going to kick off this video because it seems like something that he's really feels strongly about, so I'm going to let him take the spotlight on this one. I'm just going to do some commentary if you don't mind, Alge. But yeah, we'll just go get started.
Okay, so let's break this down on how to control our emotions, right? I know a lot of times we all have been there when we've had disagreements with family members and also friendships, right? When boundaries are being crossed because the trust is not there, right?
Yes.
So when you are building a bond with your family member or your friend, right, you're expecting that person to trust everything that you told them in confidence, right? So you know how sometimes you guys will like butt heads sometimes because two people are not listening to each other. So when you are expressing how you are feeling, right, and that other person not listening, that's why we get so mad and angry, because we're not understanding how we are expressing ourselves. And sometimes when that is going on, we're not thinking, okay, why is this person not listening to me? Why? Like, how come? Or same thing reverse. If somebody's telling you like what they did is hurt by what you said to them, don't hold stuff in. Express how you feel. Now we're so caught up in the moment to where it's like we want to be rah-rah and be so angry, but we're not listening at the same time. Now, however, you do have to know the real from the fake. So which means if somebody that you really truly know is telling you the truth, then listen to that person. Now, if that person is telling you lies and nonsense, then do not listen to that person. Do not listen to them because it is challenging. So I want everybody to understand that you have to start putting yourself first before you start putting anybody else. You get what I'm saying? You have to. Because if you don't put yourself first, it's not going to work. And also, you need to understand this too. Sometimes if people keep doing wrong and doing horrible things to you, if they are not supporting you or anything like that, treating you wrong, they don't deserve you. They don't deserve your peace. They don't deserve your happiness. And it's okay to be by yourself. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to just be yourself and be like, you know what? If you're going to be rude, if this is how you want to be and not understand how I feel, then don't be in my life. It's that simple. Because I've already expressed to you how I feel plenty of times. And if you choose not to listen to me, then okay, we don't need to speak anymore. And this goes for friendships, family members, anybody. And I think what the problem is that when we're constantly doing stuff for others, right, and going above and beyond, and the other person not doing that in return, we're hurt by it. We really truly are hurt by it. Because for me, for example, I'm a ride or die friend. So if you're my friend, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure that you are okay. Now, if I'm not getting that back in return and it's going to be some conflict, I just choose not to go back and forth if it's not really truly genuine. So that's really truly what it is. So how do you deal with it? Choose how you feel. Choose how you want to deal with the situation.
Yes.
And when you don't know how to choose that situation, sometimes you have to stay quiet to a certain extent, but don't be afraid to say how you feel.
Yeah, I really like that because I feel like you shouldn't feel like you always have to kind of just fake it till you make it kind of thing. Because I know people would always say, just fake it till you make it and all that stuff. But you're also a human being too, and you do have emotions. And of course, it's a matter of how you kind of handle it, especially in a situation like, let's say you're at work or school. It's like you kind of just have to hold that in, at some point. But at the end of the day, it's like if you bottle that in so much, you kind of go like crazy.
Right.
Yeah, because you're full of all of that emotion, and it's just like you can't exactly stay silent all the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you just gotta kind of speak up for yourself. I think that's a big one too. Especially if something doesn't feel right, you have every right to speak up for yourself.
Right.
Yes.
And when you express how you feel, you pretty much are standing up for yourself. Because I think a lot of times we get so comfortable having people stand up for you.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing.
And then, like, when you don't stand up for yourself, they will think of you as, like, you're weak or, like,
a coward.
You don't know how to stand up for yourself. Like, cowardice, right? Exactly like what you said. All of these other things. And when this is happening, you feel like, well, how come they still don't understand what I'm saying? How come this is so much conflict going back and forth?
Mm-hmm.
And people need to realize the real reason why people want to go back and forth with you over pettiness, over things that are not helpful, is because they have issues within themselves. Things that happened in their childhood, they want projected out on you because they never had that love and that support in their lives. And when they see somebody else has it, whether if it's a friend or family member, they're going to feel some type of way because they feel like you should not be having that. I should have had that. But I'm such and such age, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really, truly why we have to start speaking up. If there is something wrong and it's happening consistently, you don't have to stay in that position. You don't have to stay in that environment because sometimes we get so normalized that that's my friend, that's my family member.
Yeah, see,
no matter what we go through.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because we're so like we want to play it safe all the time, and we just feel like, oh, maybe I shouldn't say much. But then again, it's like you got to be honest with yourself,
right?
Regardless.
And when that is happening, you feel like, well, how can we deal with this situation? How can we end this conflict? How can we actually truly understand where both people are coming from? But sometimes people tell on themselves, and when they tell on themselves about how they feel about you, it's going to be hurtful. But then they feel like, well, why are you not in my life anymore? Because it's stuff that you did and stuff how you kept crossing me and been disrespectful to me. If I'm being respectful to you, I expect that in return. If I've been keeping it real and loving you and supporting you and having your back no matter what, whether you're right or wrong, I would expect that in return. But now, since that I'm not getting that, and you still don't understand how I feel, no matter what it is, and you're shocked in how I'm responding, it's because you're crossing my boundaries. That's the reason why my emotions are so strong. When you're crossing boundaries with people, and sometimes people don't realize that you kind of did cross the boundary, you have to call it out on that. Be like, hey, look, I didn't like how you said that.
Yeah.
Because don't normalize crossing boundaries. Because you want to know what happens when that happens? It happens because you start becoming a doormat to people. When you are a doormat to people, it is constantly wrong. And I want everybody to understand this. Look, stand up for yourself. Do what you have to do. Choose to be happy with your own self, in your own skin. And love yourself and put yourself first, no matter who it is, and do what you have to do. What is best in your life that's going to make you happy. So I think that's why this is a very important topic I chose to talk about, because we have to start thinking about this kind of stuff. We have to start changing things if we want things to progress. Because the more we stay, being silent about situations and more about, oh, okay, well, this is how it's supposed to be because this is how I said. Well, don't be upset how things are happening because things are constantly happening.
Oh yeah.
And it's just not right and it's just not cool.
It really isn't.
And I want everybody to do better for themselves. If you feel like somebody is really hurting you, and sometimes it'll be really truly unexpected. Okay? Because I remember it happened to me before, where a certain family member really truly expressed how she felt about me and became really, really disrespectful towards me.
Oh man.
And I was really shocked about that. And I was just like, okay, you know what? This is truly how you want to be and how you want to act. Well, you don't need to be in my life. Because I've been nothing but nice and supportive to you. Even sometimes I cut my friendships. I had to cut people off. Hey, look, you're starting to go down the path that's like not good, and you feel some type of way with me. Okay, can't be in my life anymore. Does it hurt?
Yeah,
Yes.
especially if they're not
It does
very
hurt.
right. It does hurt, but at the end of the day, it's like you don't want to hurt yourself, and you want to be completely honest with yourself and surround yourself with positiveness or positivity, and just continue to have that around you. But if there are people around you, regardless if you are related to them or not, if they are trying to bring you down, it's like you just gotta kind of just have to like separate yourself from that.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, it's like it's for your own well-being and your own peace of mind as well.
Right.
And you don't want anyone to kind of distract you from, the goals you want to achieve in life, and just being able to kind of move towards a really good future. You know what I mean? And if someone's just constantly trying to like bring you down and all that, um, that's only going to hurt yourself even more. And even if it's like, a best friend of yours that maybe you've done everything together since like day one, but like if there's just something that kind of isn't right, that's kind of where you have to like cut ties. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. But it's really for your own benefit. And it's hard to kind of just, delete people right away. You know what I mean? Like, because you're so used to having them in your life. But if they don't really help you get to where you want to be in life, or they just continuously try to kind of drag you down, that's where you kind of just have to say, look, I think it's better that I'm like just by myself right now. I just got to focus on what I got to do.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And we could discuss real quick on why when people start to doubt you. Okay. We could discuss that real quick.
Oh gosh.
What I've noticed in some experiences that I went through, the real reason why a lot of people were doubting me is because they weren't happy with themselves and they weren't trying to do better for themselves.
Yeah, a lot of times I was like, they're scared that you're gonna do like a lot better than they are.
Yes.
Like they're scared of that, or they're intimidated by that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you have to realize, why are they acting this way? But a lot of times you don't really know why, because like she just said, they are intimidated by that.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, if you're supposed to be that supportive system, my so-called friend or whatever, then why are you being this way? Because you choose not to do better for yourself and in your life. So you want everybody else to be the same as you. And that's not how life works.
No.
And a lot of times when that's constantly happening, that's where all the jealousy and envious comes in. And when somebody is jealous and envious of you, you got to pay attention to that. Because some people do it with a smile. Some people do it in so many different ways to where you got to wake up and be like, wow, this person really truly is jealous of me. Because when people are not happy with themselves and when they see other people being happy, they don't like that.
They don't.
Same thing when it comes to like somebody that has a little bit more than them financially, family-wise, or anything like that. If somebody does not have that and they feel intimidated by that, they're going to lash out on that person because they never had that growing up. Everything that's happened from childhood to adulthood, and if things are still going to be continuously the same, that's
Mhm.
where it's all coming from. And that is why a lot of people are lashing out on each other. That's why there's so much conflict. That's where so many issues are going on. But sometimes you have to realize and understand, if they did not have that growing up, they're going to take it out on not just you, on anybody. So when that's going on, you just got to separate yourself
Yeah.
and be like, okay, you're showing the true colors. This is how you really truly feel. And I just choose not to be bothered. But don't be having these little crazy questions when that person's lashing out. Like, I don't like when people do that. Well, I don't understand why this person out wrong. Do you not realize how you hurt that person?
Yeah.
You know, take accountability. Own what you did. Own what you did was wrong. No, nobody's perfect. But if you did something wrong, own it and be like, okay, I should have never done that to that person.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to take accountability anymore. It's always this pride stuff. And the more pride that people have, you can't have a relationship with nobody. You can't be friends with nobody. Because all that pride and all that ego stuff is just all out the door. And it does not help anybody at all. You can't benefit from anybody from that. You cannot be a much better person. You can't
Yeah, if
teach
you're
anybody much.
continuously looking at the other side and be like, "Oh, I wish I was this, or I wish I was like this person," but it's like you're constantly thinking like that, but you're not doing something productive. It kind of
Right.
doesn't make sense, and it's like, why are you making it seem like um that it's, the successful person's fault for your suffering kind of thing.
Right.
But then again, everyone's in different situations, and I'm sure some people work really hard to get where they want to be or where they're at now. And if you don't
Right.
apply the same principle, at least look at that as like a motivational thing. Um,
Right.
Instead of just constantly thinking like, "Oh, I wish, I wish, I wish," instead of saying "I wish," you just gotta do it. Just try your best to do it, and even if it means it might take a little longer, it does. I think at the end of the day, it's like as long as you put so much hard work and effort into it and just put all your faith into it as well, and just continuously have a positive mindset that you're able to get it done, you'll be at that same place. If not, you could even exceed the other person.
Right.
But it's just a matter of actually trying to do it, and it's really about the mindset as well.
Right.
Hmm.
You can't stop living your life because somebody else is miserable.
Yeah.
You really truly cannot. Everybody has their own personal problems going on. We all gonna go through stuff.
Yeah, we all go through stuff, whether it's, family related or friends related or anything related. We all have our own struggles in life. We all have something we're dealing with that we don't even like to share sometimes. You know what I mean? But it's like, it is all about, how we look at it at the end of the day, and we don't continuously think so negatively. Or even lashing out on someone just because of what your situation is right now.
Right.
And I know it's hard for some people because it's like if they don't have what you have, and like it's just easier to kind of like, bully someone about it, or just like make someone feel like it's their fault for their suffering kind of thing. It's like if that's the easiest way out, it's like I don't know, there's not much good into that, you know what I mean?
Right. And it's just time to just really just grow up and just realize you have to see the truth in people, how they really truly see in you.
Hmm.
And you know what? Once you see that, you have to accept it in your own way
Yeah.
and deal with things in how you want to deal with it. And we're not here to tell you what to do or anything like that, but it's just some advice. Just do what's best for you in your life, and don't ever, ever stop living your life because somebody is jealous of you, envious of you, doing you wrong, anything,
Or
etc.
making you feel like you can't do what you can do to succeed.
Right.
Mhm.
You have to keep going. You have to keep pushing, and just live your best life and chase after your dreams.
Yes. And it's all about your happiness too. I mean, like, just because someone's unhappy and they're, taking it out on you, it's like, at the end of the day, it's like you just got to keep trying to move on forward. Just ignore the haters, ignore, the negativity, and just keep focusing on the light at the end of the tunnel. I know it's hard at first. Of course, there are going to be obstacles along the way, but ultimately, it's all about just keeping at that mindset and just setting like little goals here and there up until you get to the biggest goal of achievement,
Right.
and just keep on going, even if it means you might fall here and there. But it's really how you look at it at the end of the day. It's like, I know I'm not gonna easily get through it, but it's just gonna be so worth it at the end of the day. And that's what you keep telling yourself, you know what I mean? Just keep saying that to yourself, and just keep on going. No matter how long it takes. It's like the tortoise and the hare kind of thing. Like, I mean, someone might get there faster than you, but at the end of the day, that tortoise won because there's consistency regardless of the pace.
Right.
So you just got to be that tortoise. I just want to compare it like that, but
yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I really do hope that this video actually help you guys and to just keep going in life. We don't want nobody to feel like they can't live their life because of something what somebody has done to them.
Yeah, I mean, like, because time really waits for no one, and it's just a matter of how you make use of that time. And even though there are days where you just don't feel so motivated, and because of all the negativity and just people around you that may not want to see you succeed, just gotta keep on going.
Right.
So I hope you guys take away the fact that we are human beings ultimately, of course, and we are going to have emotions. And of course, there are those times where you feel like you want to say something, but it's like, if it doesn't benefit you at all, and if it keeps you from achieving your goals and your dreams and all that, it's just not going to be worth it at the end of the day. So we just got to keep on having a positive mindset and just keep having faith in, yourself. Just continuously feel that that you're capable.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And again, tortoise and hare kind of comparison. Just remember, like, even if someone might get there faster than you, if you just continuously keep going until you reach the finish line, regardless of the pace, and just keep at it, you're gonna get there. And it's even better because you didn't exhaust yourself as you were getting there.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. And you can do it. Just believe in yourself and just keep going.
Like, whatever you put your mind into, you are more than capable of doing it. I think anything is possible, just as long as you just continuously keep having a positive mindset, even though there are going to be some setbacks or obstacles along the way, but just keep on going and just ignore anything that will distract you from what you got to do to go to the finish line.
Right.
All right.
But I hope that this video helps you guys. And this concludes on episode 17.
Episode 17.
So please stay tuned for more episodes. And we'll be having a lot more to come. Stay tuned for y'all.
All right.
Please like, comment, and subscribe to your friends, to your family. We are here to support you. And we want what's best for you. And keep going in life.
Mm-hmm. And as usual, I hope you guys found this video pretty interesting, at least to watch or listen to. I hope you guys can relate in some sense, even if it's just a tad relevant in your life, and as long as you guys took the time to even like kind of listen to what we gotta say, and like maybe feel free to share as well if you found this pretty relatable.
Yes. But thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys later.
All right. Bye. Until next time.